What's up, guys? J-Man Gaming is here. We're doing a J-Play in the game. I'm so tired. Um,
Do you always fight so poorly?
League of Legends. This is my third attempt at filming this game. The first attempt basically got screwed up, so that didn't work. The second one I thought I had fixed, but it turns out I didn't. It turns out my problem with Fraps was that this game has F9 to free the cursor, and F9 is the default key for Fraps. So yeah, I had to change it. Now I am going to be talking a lot about MOBAs and a lot of different games while I do this because that's what I talked about in the first video, which I really was sad that I couldn't upload it. This was actually my first real PC game. I had Minecraft, but I don't really count Minecraft as a PC game simply because you can play it on any platform now. You know, so I don't count it. Um, um, I'm so just my brain's fried. I don't count it as a PC game, so this is really my first PC game. This is really my first big step into the world of PC gaming. And I always wanted to play WoW when I was about 10 and up until I was like 13. I just wanted to play WoW. I wanted to play WoW so bad. I begged my dad. I remember he told me, he's like, okay, I will pay for all the expansions, all the games, and the fee if you sell your Xbox and trade in all your games. And I was like, well, I don't want to do that. And he's like, well, then nope. And so I never got to play WoW. So this was my really first real PC game. And I was like, oh my god, I'm playing PC games now. It's awesome. And I'm gonna be honest. Now, why are there 3 people in bot? There should not be 3 people in Hope bot 3. This was really my first real actual PC game, I should say. And it's not anything amazing, it's not spectacular, it's not this great game, but it's good. And I do talk I do talk a lot of smack about this game. I do talk a lot of smack about this game, but this game has changed immensely from when I played it about, I don't know, a year and a half ago, and I am a very big pro Smite player, and I always talk smack about this game. Why do people play League? Why are you playing League when you can play Smite? And I understand why. If I use it as an example on Sunday, Sunday's a lazy day for me. I just want to relax, play games, relax. Smite is a game that you cannot relax in. It's really intense. You got to know what you're doing. You got to be focused. You got to be communicating. And I play with a group of guys who are really intense when they play Smite. They want to win. That's their goal. And I'll chew them out or they'll chew me out if I'm doing something stupid. And this game is not so intense. And it's because of the third-person view. Now, I bet you're wondering, I bet you're like, why does it matter if it's third person or not? And the reasoning why behind that is because in third person, you're getting a more... God, I am just sucking so bad this game. The games I did prior to the first game, I went 18, 15, and 12. The last game I just did, I went 10, 2, and 3. So, I don't know why I'm sucking so bad this game. I don't know what I talked about, so I'm just going to restart. Hello, Mr. Burp. This is an easier thing, and it's really just due to the fact that it's not third person. You don't have the free aim cursor, so you have to aim and smite. Okay, you have a lot of things in Smite that can end up harming you. The abilities are a lot different than in this game, and it's really different, and if I had someone come to me and say, hey, I want to play a MOBA, I'd say play League, and once you get good at League, then come join me on Smite. And I always have been against League of Legends. And funny story, when I was in the days of playing League nonstop, I actually signed up for the Smite beta because I was like, oh, a new MOBA game, that's cool, I really like League, and I got into Smite Beta, and I absolutely despised the game. Couldn't stand it. Thought it was a horrible game, didn't like it, I tried one match, thought it was stupid, And you know, looking back, it was just because it was harder. You know, I was used to League, I was used to the click, and it does all the work for me. And in Smite, you can't do that. And I think that's why a lot of people are turned away from Smite, personally, is because they don't want to have to play that game where you gotta aim, you gotta do a lot of stuff. And to be honest with you, is it worth it? I would say so. I enjoy Smite a lot, but some people don't have the same opinion as me. And you know, playing this game is actually quite fun. It's really relaxing, and I know when I do the commentary for Smite, I'm really pumped up because I'm playing Smite, you know, I'm trying to pay attention and commentary. I can relax and play this game and still do fairly decent. Um, the reason I've died twice is because I have no idea either one of these guys' abilities. You know, the last people that were in the game were characters that were in the game when I was playing, and this chick who's riding this bear thing is new. That dude with the staff I've seen before, but I just don't remember his powers. Now, just to say this, the characters I do play as in League are Teemo, Master Yi, Ziggs, Draven, or Draven, however you pronounce his name. Who else? Varus and Talon. Those are my League players. Did I say Master Yi? I did say Master Yi. I played Master Yi in the past 2 games, so you know I'm kind of remembering. But you know, Master Yi was my main character in League, so you know I kind of always remembered his stuff by heart. I didn't remember his build. I had to screw around last game and try to remember a build. And you know, I will admit that I do talk smack about this game, but it's gonna stop. You know, this game's actually really fun. You know, and it's actually a fairly good game. Now, I do feel that the same thing that happened to Team Fortress 2 is going to happen to this game, and that thing would be that it's going to slowly lose its value. And you know, if you think of Team Fortress 2, okay, it was really a new era to a genre of games. The first person was really that new era, Team Fortress 2 anyway. And you know, that game costed $15 a month to play, and there was a humongous fan base that. So you think you're paying $15 a month to play a first-person shooter game when you could play Call of Duty? That's saying something, you know. And there was a huge freaking fan base for that game, and there still is. And to me, Team Fortress 2 is fun. I have about 60 hours on the game, or I have like 60 or 70, or maybe no, I have 70 to 80 hours on the game. And you know, I was completely reading the chat and not even paying attention. I used to only play TF2 for a while, and then you know I found the game Loadout, which is really cool. I found the game Dirty Bomb recently, which is also another ripoff of that genre. And you know, they're better ripoffs. You know, I'm going to talk about Loadout. You know, Loadout I find is an amazing game. Do I play it as much? Not really. I've been playing Dirty Bomb a lot. And, you know, that's really what genres fall into that trap. You know, what's the better ripoff nowadays? You know, you think about all the Call of Duties, they're all ripoffs of one another. Nothing really new is ever added to a Call of Duty game. And that's really what games are nowadays, to be honest. You know, it's, oh, is this ripoff better or is this ripoff worse? And, you know, to me, I personally think Smite is a better ripoff of League of Legends. Because League of Legends sparked this whole MOBA craze. You know, people can say, oh, no, it was this, it was that. It's League of Legends, okay? People could have cared less about MOBA games before League of Legends. I was one of those people, you know. I remember just hearing, oh, you gotta play WoW, you gotta play Star Wars Old Republic, you gotta play this, gotta play that. You know, none of those were MOBA games. League of Legends finally came out, freaking the world goes into craze over this game. It sparked this humongous thing. And you know, some people say, you know, some people are too stubborn to play new genres of games, and I'll admit to that. You know, me being one of them. When I first got into Smite beta, I don't know if I said this, I hated it. It's different, I think I did say this. It was different, I hated Smite, you know. I wasn't open-minded at the time. And you know, I know a lot of MMO players have tried to play MOBAs, and they're just like, well, what's the point? You don't progress in the game, you don't do anything. Well, personally speaking, I am not an MMO fan. I'll admit to that now. I've tried many different ones. I've tried Neverwinter, Guild Wars. I even did try WoW about 4 months ago. And just, games like that don't interest me. You know, I hate having to grind. I hate having to do all this BS for one item. I hate it, you know. MOBAs are fun to me because I build the character and then he's done. I can build him the same way every game. I can build him differently. Try new things. I'm not really losing anything. You know, if I go grind on some mission in World of Warcraft, you know, and I hate the armor set, there goes a big, humongous chunk, maybe even some gold or something. And you know, the thing that turns me on to Smite a lot is that pay $30, get all the characters. I think that was a really unique way to sell their game because they just came out of the chute. There was a humongous fan base of League of Legends, and that was always one of the big complaints with League was, hey, you know, I'm sick of having to grind for characters. Then I grind, I buy a character, and I hate him. You know, people were sick of it, and I was sick of that too. When I used to play League, that was one of the things that I did not like at all. I got tired of always having to grind for things, and then if I got the character and I hated him, I was stuck with him, and it was really depressing. And that's what Smite really became a game for me, was when $30, get all the characters and the future characters. And you know, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I like to work for my characters. Okay, maybe you do like to work for your characters, but nobody likes grinding in a game for non-stop for a long time, and then they waste all that money they grinded on a character they don't even like or they can't even play or stuff like that. No one likes it, you know? And I should not have ran in there. And, you know, that's what a really big turning point on for Smite was. And, you know, I am appreciative for League of Legends for many aspects, because I feel like I wouldn't be as good as I am at Smite if I didn't play League for so long. But, you know, and also, many people don't know this, but the reason Smite was made was because the High-Risk Studios guys became humongous League players. And then one day they were all playing it, and one guy said, you know, we could make a game like this. And Smite was made. And I feel both of these games have their own turning on points for me personally. League of Legends characters, you know, they're all pretty much original besides a few. League of Legends characters are a turn on for me. Smites are cool, they're a turn on, but they're not as much as a turn on because they're all from religions and stuff like that. The intensity of the games are totally different. You know, I'm relaxing, chilling, and playing this game. I can't do that when I play Smite, because Smite's a big thing, and as I mentioned earlier, I play with a group of guys that want to win. So, you know, if I'm sucking, they're yelling at me, or I'm yelling at them, and it's not as relaxing. And, you know, I know that a lot of people nowadays, oh, that was nice. Thank you. I know nowadays a lot of people are kind of just ending that whole MMO craze. You know, I know WildStar just came out, and I know Elder Scrolls Online came out, but you know, both of those games are really, some nasty things are being said. You know, Elder Scrolls Online, everyone that I've talked to who bought the game basically said it's like playing Skyrim, and then every once in a while you see another player. That's not an MMO to me. An MMO is World of Warcraft, you know, where you're always with this humongous amount of people. You're always connected, per se. In Elder Scrolls Online, you know, you're not connected. You're connected when you raid a dungeon, but you know, most of the time it's just, hey, oh look, that's a real character. Can I interact with him? You don't, you know. And WildStar, I haven't read that much about, but the $15 a month for me is just really I find ridiculous, you know. I get WoW, you know, and I know a lot of companies are doing it because WoW pulled it off. There's a reason why WoW pulled this off, and it was simply the fact that it was new. You know, it was a new thing. You know, this humongous MMO, you know, RuneScape's been around, NeverQuest, all this BS, and then World of Warcraft comes into the mix. You know? It was a new thing. People were like, oh, I gotta get on this, you know, and then people still do play that game. I'm not gonna say the game sucks. And you know, I was a really big Warcraft 3 fan, and I really enjoyed Warcraft 3, and there was a humongous fan base of Warcraft, the old strategy game ones, and you know, that's why World of Warcraft did so well, to be honest. And you know, I know that people sometimes say, oh, you know, well, it did good because it was this. You know, it did good because it was new. It's like everything else in this world. Stuff does good when it's brand new. And I know that Watch Dogs came out recently. You know, I hate the game. I'm gonna be honest, I hate it. Think it sucks. And the reason why is because I'm such a hardcore Grand Theft Auto fan that to me I'm just like, oh, Grand Theft Auto ripoff, and it has its perks, but it's nothing. The game for me is something that makes me want to play it. I wake up and I'm thinking, man, I gotta play this today. I gotta do this in this game. I gotta do that. You know, in League of Legends, or I'm sorry, in Smite, I'm like, hey, I really want to get to level 29. I'm almost to 30, then I can play ranked. Or hey, I want to master this character. And that's how games are for me. In League of Legends, for example, I am going to start playing this game more because I'm actually really enjoying myself. It would be to, hey, I want to get better with E, or maybe I want to try a new character, stuff like that. And Watch Dogs just doesn't have that effect on me. And I'm not going to say it's a bad game because it's clearly not, because it's doing really well, but it's just not a game for me. And I know that a lot of people nowadays, personally, are flocking to MOBAs, and it's really the same reason that I flock to them. I can play a character. I don't have to grind in the game to get him any good. He starts off level 0, I build him in the game, then he's done. And to me, I like that type of game style. And MOBAs are going to be the next MMO craze. People can sit here and say, oh no, MMOs are coming back, and MMOs aren't coming back. MMOs have been dead for a while, to be honest with you. I know people keep saying, oh, well, this game's coming out, oh, this is coming out, no offense, but MOBAs haven't made a comeback in a very, very long time. I'm sorry, I got really hyped up there, and I kind of forgot what I said. MMOs haven't made a big comeback. WoW is losing players on a daily basis. Elder Scrolls Online, I heard basically, their launch basically was horrid. WildStar, I haven't heard bad things, but I haven't really heard amazing things. And then, all the other ones are kind of fading out. And to be honest with you, I'll always choose MOBA over MMO. And I know a lot of not older like that, a lot of long-time PC gamers don't like MOBAs because to them, what's the point? I'm not getting anything, I'm not gaining anything. But to this new era of PC gamers, it's like, hey, I don't have to spend 40 hours on a character in World of Warcraft. Or Elder Scrolls Online. And to me, I like that. Also, I like the fact that I don't have to buy the expansion packs, because this is my view on the whole game. I'm already paying $60 for the game. Then I gotta pay $40 to $60 for the expansion, and then also a $15 a month subscription. That's absurd. That is bloody absurd. Okay, I get maybe Xbox Live. I was cool paying $5 a month. It was $5 a month. Not that hard. Pay $60 for a game, maybe DLC. I'm cool with that. But I'm not cool with having to buy every freaking thing that the game I'm paying $15 for a month gets released. And the nice thing about those Xbox games were that I paid the $60, I own the game. I really want to kill this guy. Yeah, I killed him. Is that I own the game. You can pay $15 a month for World of Warcraft per se, and you don't really own the game. I mean, you do, but you still gotta pay for all this extra BS, and that's really a turn-off point. I'm gonna be honest. This person's trying to get me away from my turn. I should have seen that coming. And I honestly don't know what I've been saying. I've kind of just been rambling on. All in all, this game is really fun, and I feel kind of basically, this is my view when I have opinion of something. If it turns out wrong, I'll be the first one to say, hey, I was wrong, sorry. When this whole Mayan craze was going on, the world's ending, I didn't believe it. But if it did, I would have been the first one to be like, hey, yep, I said it wasn't. I was wrong. Sorry, everyone. And sorry for knocking League so much. Now, I am going to say that I am going to majority play Smite over League, but I do like League, and it will stay on my computer. Enough about all this MOBA and game talk, in my opinions. Let's talk about some gameplay over here. I really enjoy the character mastery. I like the way he plays. I'm not really a big physical fan. I never really have been. I don't know why. I kind of like mages because I can stay back, or I like assassins. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. That could have went bad really fast. I typically like mages and stuff better. I need help. But I'm cool with assassins, and I like the way he plays, and I feel like these guys are in the bushes again. I'm really scared. Oh my god, they weren't. Thank you. And I really like the way Annie plays. I haven't played with her in a while. I heard from a buddy of mine who plays League regularly saying that Annie got nerfed pretty hard, so I don't know. I really do like Teemo a lot, and I really, really, really enjoy Ziggs. I always have and probably always will be. I just think he's really, really fun. And supposedly this game is getting a huge, huge graphics update, which is kind of cool. We are so screwed. And you know, I get there's a lot of rip-offs of League of Legends, and I'm not going to say there isn't because there clearly is, but I do feel like that right now, if I had to rate mobile games, and I've seen a lot of them, I've played a lot of them, I would have to say Smite being #1, League being second. You know, because without League, we wouldn't have Smite. We wouldn't have a lot of these MOBA crazes, MOBA games. And you know, I know a lot of people recently have been saying, oh, well, you know, MOBAs are gonna die out. It's just a craze. MOBAs aren't a craze. You know, I knew someone on Xbox who built a gaming rig just to play League of Legends, and now he's playing Smite. He plays 2 games, League of Legends and Smite, and he still has an Xbox. He bought an Xbox One, and you know, it's just the way it works. And do I see MOBA games fading away? I don't. I don't ever see MOBA games fading away. Because MOBA games are the answer to people that don't want to pay $15 a month for an MMO and don't like grinding. That's their answer. And you know, League of Legends really is one of those games you can have anyone play, you know? You can have, you know, let's just say girlfriend, you know, she's not a really big gamer, she has a decent laptop, hey, you want to play a video game? Oh yeah, sure. You know, play League together. You know, it's not that hard of a game. You know, she sucks, whatever, big deal. You know, you're playing a game with her, it's kind of cool. And you know, that's a lot of people are recently found out are doing that. You know, a lot of couples are playing League, and we have destroyed that. And you know, I did get kind of when League first came out, I was really against it. You know, I had a lot of Xbox Live buddies who were like, oh dude, you gotta play this game, it's called League of Legends, things that shiznit, and we should not have tried to attack him. That was really, really stupid to me. You know, this game's awesome. You know, I was like, dude, I don't really like PC games, and oh, I was playing on my laptop at that time, and once I did like 5 games, I was hooked. I was hooked on this game. And you know, I know a lot of people are really knocking MOBA games right now. I don't know why, you know. I know every time a MOBA game comes out, oh, freaking, oh, another rip-off of a MOBA. You know, each MOBA has their own thing to them, you know. I've played a lot of different MOBAs, but I haven't played them enough to actually have that characteristic. You know, comparing Smite to League, there's a big difference, you know. But they both have something good for them both, and people just need to calm down with it. You know, to be honest, they need to calm their tits, because it's kind of getting to the point of annoyance, you know. And I was really anti-League for a while, like, oh, why are you playing League? Smite's so much better, and all that. But you know, all in all, they're still kind of the same basis of games. One's just harder, one's just easier. And you know, that's just basically what it is. Now, I do want to talk about, let me just figure out what's going on over here. Okay. I recently was watching a live stream of Elder Scrolls Online, and you know, MMOs just don't appeal to me at all. You know, I don't really know why. I don't like the fact that you have to spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours grinding a character, getting items for that character, and then each time they update it or they build a patch for the game or something like that, then you gotta go, how did he do all that? I don't know. This is the thing that I was saying is kind of sad with League, is I don't know the character's abilities, so I'm kind of at a learning curve here, and I gotta be really careful. Because with Smite, you know, I'm a huge Smite player, and I know all the characters' abilities, so I can be like, oh, you know, I can't get close to this dude, gotta stay back from this dude, or I can get close to this dude. I have no idea in this game. Yay. You know, and I don't know. Maybe MMOs aren't my cup of tea. Gonna be honest, they aren't. I'm a first-person shooter fan, a sandbox game fan, and MOBA fan. You know, And I think the thing I always liked better about MOBAs is the fact that anyone can play them. Honestly, you know, anyone can play League of Legends. It's not difficult. There's not a learning curve or anything like that. It's a very simple game style, and it just works out that way. You know, and I understand that there's a lot of people nowadays complaining about League and Smite and all this BS. But did you ever see a World of Warcraft professional gaming team? No, you haven't. What would they do? Go in a PvP arena? It'd be stupid watching that. You can watch you can watch pro people play Smite and League because you can understand it. I had a friend over and I was started watching one of the championships for Smite and he was all into it. He was like, "Hey, what's that? What's that?" Minor questions. If someone was watching World of Warcraft, they have no freaking idea what's going on. And I feel like MOBAs are the answer to everyone's struggle with MMOs, to the fact that I don't want to have to pay a month. I want a simple game that I can pick up, learn, and then play. And nothing that I'm really tied to money-wise. Because you pay that 15 bucks a month, you're tied to that. I am just so out of it. This character seems really cool, even though I have no idea what she does. I know I'm gonna die. Right now I'm just bobbing and weaving. I'm gonna die. I am so screwed. I wish this game had the thing that Smite had, to the fact that like you can type, like you can press VV, HH or whatever, and then like little things pop up like help and stuff like that. I feel like it would be easier, but whatever. I keep doing something with the mouse. I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. Can I put help? Assist me. There we go. Yeah. I'm gonna say I don't like the whole fact that you have to pay real money or just grind endlessly for characters in this game. I'm not gonna say that I do like that factor of it. I don't. But I like the factor of the game to the point that it's relaxing to play. Call of Duty to me was never relaxing, having to deal with all the little brats, having to deal with all the BS in Call of Duty. I just never found it relaxing, and... Sorry, I took a drink there. And, Titanfall isn't relaxing, Smite's not relaxing, this game's relaxing, And this game's actually really, really fun, to be honest. And Master Yi seems a humongous improvement from when I last played him a year and a half ago. So I'm really, really curious to see the main characters I used to play, which was Ziggs and Talon and Teemo, and see how they've been. And I'm really excited actually to kind of replay this and learn all the characters. And I recently started playing Tribes, but I really think I'm going to be done with it, to be honest with you. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't find it enjoyable. I get that. I will admit that I do play a humongous amount of different games, but all in all, the main games that I'll always play are gonna be Smite, League of Legends, and then that was really stupid of me. That was so stupid of me. I shouldn't have done that. That was so freaking stupid. I should have known better, honestly. There's gonna be Smite, League of Legends, and then that's really it. Those are games that I feel comfortable playing, no matter what mood I'm in, no matter if I'm sick, if I'm well, I just feel comfortable playing them. I really like with this game that you could literally just use the mouse the whole time. If you had a like gaming mouse side buttons, you could just program like do. Kind of cool. I mean, really, you don't use the keyboard except your skills, which you could easily do with a mouse. So, I'm not quite sure about this, so don't take my word on it or anything. But recently I was reading an article, and it was saying that paid subscription games are actually dying, and in a year or so you're going to see that fall down a lot. Elder Scrolls Online had a decent release, but they didn't have an awesome release. Just look at the item sold. Wildstar didn't have that awesome of a release either.
await victory.
Freaking hey. That was just, that actually really upset me a lot. And you know, mobile games are kind of dying out. You know, you think about it. You know, when's the last time that you actually was craving to play? I'm sorry, MMOs are dying out. When's the last time you actually were craving to play an MMO? You know, in your bones, you were just like, man, I gotta play an MMO. You know, maybe some of you guys were. I've never had that feeling. I've had it for MOBA games, I'll admit to that, but I've never had it where I'm like, oh my god, I gotta freaking do this, I gotta do that, oh, I'm craving this, you know, never happened. I've tried different types of MOBA games, and you know, none of them really appeal to me at all, to be honest, you know. It's just not my cup of tea, to be honest. Now, am I gonna sit here and say that they're terrible games? No, they're not. You know, there's a huge fan base for them, and congratulations to those people. But, is it for me? No. Will it ever be? No. And you know, I just can't get over the fact of how much time it takes to play. You know, and I understand that these games are 30 to 40 minutes, or even an hour and a half sometimes, you know, Who's Jinx? Who the frick is Jinx? Oh, that's Jinx, okay. And I just hate the grinding aspect, to be honest. I always have, I always will. You know, I think it's absurd that you have to go grind, doing all these dungeon raids and all this for some BS armor that you may not even get the first time, and then maybe in a day or so, it's outdated, and you gotta do it all again, you know? I just hate it. You know, and I get these guys that have built their characters in WoW and all this BS, you know, congratulations to you, but, I mean, nowadays, go try to play with that character and you're probably going to get whooped because it's outdated, you know? MMOs are always changing, you know? That's the sad part about them, you know? Armor is always being added, things are always being patched, you know? And I'm not going to sit here and say that MOBAs never get patched, because they do. You know, a lot of skills get nerfed or toned down a bit, but at least in Weir, I don't understand how this dude is killing me so fast. This is really annoying me, this dude, you know, because every time he kills me, I can't do anything about it, and I'm really freaking tired. My brain's freaking just, God, I'm dying inside. That's what's happening. I am dying. And you know, it's kind of depressing with MMOs if you think about it. You know, you get these guys to spend 40 to 50 hours on a character, and you know, the next day, maybe they gotta go spend 10 hours doing something. I'm not gonna sit here and say MMOs don't look fun, because they do. You know, humongous moments in MMOs per se, like when Leroy Jenkins was going on, that looked really cool. You know, they're all in this huge base, they're all talking this cool language. It sounds really cool, looks really cool, but all in all, it's not that fun. You know, it's tiring. You know, I knew someone who played WoW, and on his such and such character, he had like he had like 200 hours. On his other character, he had like 400. You know, it's just insane amounts of people put in characters. And you know, I'm not gonna sit here and say I haven't played Smite for over 100 hours, because I probably have like 300 hours played. I probably have about 400 on this game, to be honest. But it was all going to improve me as that character. Now, for some reason, Fraps and League of Legends don't get along very well. So when we're about to destroy whatever this thing's called that we have to destroy to win, I'm going to end the video, and I just want to let you guys know about that. So yeah, I just let you guys know that I'm going to end the video. So if I kind of just start saying, hey, subscribe to my channel, yada yada yada, then you know what's up. And you know, I don't know. MMOs to me are just unappealing. They're very unappealing. And in so many ways too, which is kind of sad. Because, you know, I talk to a lot of PC gamers, and I'm like, oh dude, you should play this MMO, you're gonna love it, it's right up your alley, it's sci-fi, it's fantasy, it's this, you know, and I'm just like, I don't want to spend 40 and 50 hours on one character. And you know, to me, MMOs don't take skill to play. They take skill to a point of you building the character, but after that character's built, it's not really a skill, you know, you're relying on your abilities, you're relying on so much more, and I just feel like MMOs just aren't that, I don't know. I really just feel like MMOs nowadays are just kind of useless when you can play a MOBA game, get better with a certain character, maybe do something in the game. I'm done. I'm done with this rant. Because this is just making my brain go to crap. All in all, MMOs are dying. If you're playing an MMO, I'm sorry that you wasted all your time on that. You should switch over to MOBA games because that's where it's at, and it always will be. And PC Master Race. End of my rant. This game's changed quite a bit. You know, the graphics look better. Now, I'm not playing them on very high because for some reason fraps in this game hate each other. But I don't know these characters that I'm fighting against, and it's really stressing me out because I want to know what's up, but I don't know what's up. So I don't know if I should get close to them, if I should run away from them, if I should, I don't know. It's really freaking me out. Are we destroying their nexus? Because if it pops a victory, I gotta end this video fast. No, we're not. Let's see. Anything new that I want to talk about? Did I talk about tribes? Yeah, I did talk about tribes. Shout out to Seth MacFarlane. The Wild 1,000 Ways to Die in the Wild Wild West was very funny. Saw it today. Na, 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 na. I guess since I've played this again and I can give it an honest review and stuff. This game has improved a lot. It honestly has, and I'm gonna start playing it more. I'm gonna stop bad talking it so much, you know, because I have talked a lot about bad stuff in this game, and it deserves a lot more credit than I give it. I'll admit to that. Swear to God, this dude is annoying me. This chick is annoying me even worse. I don't know if I should stop running because I don't know where she's at. Okay, she's over there. So yeah. All in all, this game's awesome. I'm sorry this commentary sucks. You know, if I would have had the first video, which was an hour and a half, the commentary would have been freaking amazing, but it's just kind of gone to crap due to me having just brain farts. Oop, are we killing things? Killing that nexus. Is that called a nexus? I don't know what it is. I want to know what it's called. Alrighty guys, well, this is J-Man Gaming. Make sure to like and subscribe, like my channel, tell your friends about my channel, download LOL and Smite and play it. Hope you like my video. Peace out, Bustas. Victory is mine, 'cause that'd be awesome.